I've been waiting for this movie for 20 years and it's even better than the first one. I tried to say with a straight face, I couldn't do it. Independence Day Resurgence is the sequel to the 1996 movie Independence Day. It returns some of the characters from the first movie, including Judd Hirsch, Vivica A. Fox, Brent Spiner, Bill Pullman, and of course Jeff Goldblum. Honestly, I was surprised to see Brent Spiner in this movie because I thought he died in the first movie, but apparently he was just in a coma. Yeah, they took it straight out of a soap opera. I expected him to be in a movie for like 5 minutes when I did see him, but he was in a movie a lot longer than that, and I don't really know why. I guess the movie just needed more data. Haha. Judd Hirsch and Vivica A. Fox were fine. They didn't stand up. Bill Pullman, I really liked him in the first movie. I thought he played a great president. The speech he had at the base in the first movie was one of the greatest movie speeches I've ever seen in my life. Every time I watch that movie and I hear that speech, I get chills. I really do. I watched it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I remember getting chills then too. It was just a great speech, and he did a fantastic job with it. In this movie, he was okay. He was all right. I mean, he started to have a speech like he did in the first movie, and then it fizzled. I mean, it didn't have the same, wow, let's go kick some ass kind of speech, He was fine. Who really carried this movie for me was Jeff Goldblum. He does his little Goldblumisms, is what I call them. Like, must go faster, must go faster, must go faster. Stuff like that. He does the same kind of thing in this movie. He did a really good job. I like him as an actor, and he was clearly the best actor in this film. Halfway through the movie, there was an alarming thought that kept running through my head, and the thought was, this movie really misses Will Smith. I like Will Smith. I think he's a pretty good actor. I know some people think he goes a little over the top sometimes, and yeah, sometimes he is. But the way he does it is fun. Like in the first Independence Day, he going crazy and kicking the alien, and he's like, "I got a barbecue," stuff like that. It was funny. He punches the alien in the head. He's like, "Welcome to Earth." Just a silly line, but it was funny. And this movie, it wasn't very funny, and it really missed Will Smith, in my opinion. I know he was working on Suicide Squad instead. He chose that movie instead of this one. And even though it hasn't come out yet, I think he made the right choice. His character was replaced in this film by his son, who was not played by Jaden Smith, thank God. But the character was okay. Again, he didn't really stand out. The action was, what do you expect? If you've seen the first Independence Day, you know what kind of action to expect. Ships and all kinds of stuff flying over the place and laser beams and whatever everywhere. And that's pretty much how this movie was too. I said in my Star Wars 7 review, there's basically a reboot of Star Wars 4. And this is pretty much the same thing. It's basically a reboot of the 20-year ago movie Independence Day. But not as good. I have to rate this film 2 slow claps. I got bored at times during the film. It seemed like there wasn't a lot of enthusiasm during it. It seemed like half the actors were just phoning it in, to be honest with you. Uh, Jeff Goldblum, like I said, he was the best part of this movie. He did a really good job. I liked him in it. And they're probably setting up for an Independence Day 3. If you saw the end, you're probably like, oh yeah, I just can't wait for Independence Day 3. At least that's what I thought. If you've seen the film, you want to talk about it, just comment below and I'll talk to you about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Bye.